Eala pays tribute to Filipinos who deal with pressure of daily struggles. Manila, Philippines. Being a trailblazer in a sport that is still finding its footing in the country is no easy feat, but Eala chooses to take a grateful approach. Eala reflected on pressure and privilege after her rousing 6-1, 6-2 win over Russia's Eala Chereva in the opening round of the inaugural Philippine Women's Open at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center on Monday, January 26. Seeing action at home as a professional for the first time, Eala delivered in front of adoring fans who packed the 2,000-seater center court and later paid tribute to Filipinos who keep fighting in life despite their daily struggles. Pressure is part of my job, and a lot of people ask me how I handle it. Of course, there's added pressure playing at home. But it's nothing compared to the pressure that regular everyday Filipinos have to face providing for their families, said Eala. It's nothing compared to what my parents have sacrificed to bring me here. I'm doing my best, and I'm trying to enjoy. The 20-year-old has captured the heart of the nation following her steady rise in the ultra-competitive professional tennis scene, barging into the world top 50, beating Grand Slam champions, and making history on the WTA Tour. Even the Philippine Women's Open, the country's first ever hosting of a WTA 125 event, is a testament to Eala's star power and growing influence. These facts are not lost on Eala. I do my best because I know that, especially on the international stage, I represent quite a big demographic. It's such an honor to have this support and this community rally behind me. I do my best to give back to them and do what I can through my tennis and through my hard work, Eala said. Sometimes, when all this attention and all of this pressure get a little bit overwhelming for me, that's kind of what I repeat to myself. And that's what makes me feel small again and pulls me back to the ground is that the everyday person, not only Filipinos, just everyone around the world, has their own struggles, and in the end, it's a privilege to be able to live out my dreams. For Eala, she is exactly where she envisioned herself to be. I'm a professional tennis player. I worked my whole life to be a professional tennis player. I'm at the top of the game. I have so much to feel lucky for despite the challenges that come with my job. In a country where the sun rises early and sets reluctantly, pressure is not an abstract idea. It is felt in jeepneys packed tight with hope and sweat, in classrooms where dreams are sharpened by scarcity, and in kitchens where rice is stretched to last one more day. Pressure lives in the daily arithmetic of survival. And yet, from this landscape of quiet endurance, Eala rises, not only as an athlete, but as a mirror. Eala plays tennis on courts far removed from the narrow streets of Quezon City or the coastal winds of Negros. The surfaces are polished, the crowds international, the expectations global. But every time she steps onto the baseline, there is something unmistakably Filipino in the way she carries herself. A calm born from knowing that pressure is not new, that struggle has long been a teacher. Her tribute to Filipinos is not delivered through grand speeches or sweeping slogans. It is embedded in motion, in the way she resets after a double fault, in the way she chases a ball others would let go, in the way she bows her head briefly before a serve, as if acknowledging something larger than the match. For many Filipinos watching from afar, Eala does not simply represent excellence. She represents recognition. Pressure, for Eala, is a scoreboard, a ranking, a nation watching. Pressure, for the everyday Filipino, is rent due on Friday, a child's tuition, a body that must keep going even when it aches. The scales are different, but the feeling is the same. This is where her tribute lives, in the shared language of persistence. When Eala speaks about discipline, she is speaking to the early mornings of factory workers and street vendors. When she talks about sacrifice, she echoes the overseas Filipino worker who misses birthdays to keep her family afloat. When she admits fear before a big match, she gives voice to the student taking an exam that could change everything. Her honesty bridges worlds. What makes her story resonate is not that she wins, but that she struggles visibly, and continues anyway. Filipinos are deeply familiar with this rhythm. They know how to smile through fatigue, how to find humor in hardship, how to show up again tomorrow. Eala does not glamorize pressure. She respects it. She treats it as something to be managed, not conquered, an old companion rather than an enemy. In interviews, she often credits her family, her coaches, her country. This instinct to share success is another quiet tribute. In a culture where no one truly succeeds alone, where Utang and Elu binds people together in invisible threads of gratitude, Eala's humility feels like home. Her victories feel collective. Her losses, too, are absorbed by a nation that understands falling down and getting back up. There is something especially powerful about watching a young Filipino excel in a sport that rarely looks like home. Tennis is expensive. Access is limited. Courts are few. For many, the sport itself feels like a locked gate. Alex did not just open that gate. She stood beside it and waved others forward. Her presence asks a radical question. Why not us? For a country long conditioned to cheer from the sidelines, that question is revolutionary. But perhaps her greatest tribute is this. She does not pretend the pressure disappears. She trains with it. She breathes through it. She learns its patterns. This is exactly what millions of Filipinos do every day. They do not wait for pressure to leave. They learn to live well in its presence. They find joy anyway. They love anyway. They dream anyway. When Eala fights through a long rally under a scorching sun, she carries with her the stories of people who fight longer battles under heavier heat. She carries the tricycle driver counting coins, the nurse on a double shift, the mother packing bayon with more care than money. Her racket becomes a kind of offering, not of perfection, but of perseverance. In this way, Alex's tribute is not loud. It does not wave a flag at every point. It is steadier, deeper. It says, I see you. I know what pressure feels like. And I'm still here. For a nation that has learned to survive by being seen by one another, that message matters. Under the weight of the sun, Filipinos endure. Under the weight of expectation, Eala plays. Between those two truths is a shared heartbeat, quiet, resilient, and unbreakable.